Yo, dude. What's good with it, man? Are you ready for some cringe? Possibly? Maybe? Cause you came to the right place. You came to the right place. I was just yawning. You came to the right place. With that being said, we are back on the Soul Pancake channel. We're going on another blind date, or watching one happen though. It's these two people. What is the video titled here? It says, "Do you keep secrets from your partner?" I mean, define the word secret, because I'm of the opinion that in life there are secrets, so things that you actively try to keep hidden, things like that, and there are just things that you just don't talk about. Know what I mean? Like, does anyone out there know what I mean? No? No? Allow me to explain. So a secret is like something you actively try to keep hidden. I don't like when I go to the grocery store, I don't like going through the traditional cashier route, so I go through the self-pay checkout shit all the time. It's kind of a secret of mine. Well, it was a secret, and I don't know. I do things I do random things to keep that information from being discovered about me. Whereas on the other hand, something that you just haven't shared, like, I don't know, what did you have for lunch 3 days ago? Okay. Now, is that a secret, or is that something you just haven't told anybody about? It's just something you haven't told anybody about. It's not a secret. So it's like, what's a secret? Secrets is like a very specific type of information. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, so today we're looking at this video. We're watching another blind date. We're gonna watch some affection flourish right in front of us, or not flourish. Who knows? So yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive in.
When I close my eyes and think about my dream man, I picture a man bun. Those are always great. All jokes aside, I'm not so stuck on the way someone looks. It's about the way they carry themselves.
Horse shit. What the hell? There's a specific type of interest that goes along with the whole man bun, lumber sexual, hipster type shit. That's a whole series of characteristics that go along with the man bun shit. So you can't like backtrack after that, but whatever.
That they don't take life too seriously, that they're not always stressed out. I feel like I have enough stress for the both of us.
I don't know, I kind of look at life though in a way where it's like, you know, if you're not doing something at least unusual, then you're not really living, you know? Sometimes it's like, I think you got to knock down the walls. And in order to do that, you got to put yourself out there. You just, even though it's like, you know, you might get embarrassed, and this might be like, wow, this could be painful, you just go and do it anyways. And the more you do it, I've realized the easier it gets.
Hi.
Hi. Your name is Jessica, and this is your story. You are 27 years old. For work, you're a teacher. You grew up in New Mexico. Your background is Hispanic.
My name is Sabrina. I'm 23 years old. I'm a bartender. I grew up in
Bartender. That's why she said the man bun shit. Those bartenders are on one, bro. They're all about looks, man. That's why they decided to be bartenders, bro, because they're used to using their looks for tips and all types of shit. And then like a bartender type, bro, like, which other video did I have? It's like another tell my story video, and the chick in there is a bartender, and I go over all of it. But the long and short of it is, they're in that position, especially if they're an attractive woman, they're in that specific position because they I don't know, I really have a theory, like some part of them wants a certain amount of male attention, and it's guaranteed at their job as a bartender, because obviously they can serve the clientele that comes through. And, as the clientele comes throughout the night, they're typically increasingly more and more drunk, and they're more liable to say like, oh my God, you're gorgeous, or oh my God, how pretty, or whatever the fuck. So obviously in a long enough timeline, they get used to having their ego stroked by men all the time. So a chick who's a bartender, I'm sure there's the equal shit for men who are bartenders, that they get that same kind of pattern of female attention in the same way. So not to make it one-sided, but nah, man, if a chick says she's a bartender, I'm like, oh, Jesus, here we go.
Shield, California, and I am Mexican. Your name is David, and this is your story. You are 26 years old. For work, you're a manager of some sort. You grew up in Boise, Idaho, and your cultural or ethnic background is that you're Northern European.
My name is Travis. I'm 29 years old. I'm an actor-producer. I grew up in Las Vegas, and my background is pretty much American.
I got none right.
Yeah, me neither.
You got the Hispanic part right.
Oh yeah,
I'll give you that one.
That's
Yeah.
right. Why did you think I was from Idaho?
I always just guess when I can't figure out where someone's from. I'm like, the Midwest, that area-ish.
Oh, okay.
Why did you think I was a teacher?
Maybe just the top you were wearing. I don't know, it just reminded me of a teacher.
Good to know.
My mom was very strict, okay? She was like, you gotta go to bed at this time, you can't go out, you can't leave the front yard when you're a kid. My dad was the complete opposite. He could say, go ahead and do whatever you want. Between my mom and dad, I think I'm a combination of both, but I start to realize, like, as I get older, I know if I ever had kids, I want to be like that overprotective dad, and I could just see me being more like my mom.
I think the best thing I learned from my parents was to not judge other people and to accept everyone for who they are. I think that's really what stuck with me growing up. I remember when I was little, I remember specifically one time that someone had said something about someone's race. They had said something racist to a friend or something, and my mom had heard, and she sat us down and she said, we never raised you to ever see color, to ever treat anyone like that. We are all human and we are all valid. And that has stuck with me to this day.
So I understand what her mom was trying to say, but what she said wasn't right. Like, you shouldn't go around pretending you don't see people from other ethnicities. Like, you shouldn't do that. Pretending to not see someone else's ethnicity is blind, is literally being blind to it. And like, you shouldn't be blind to it. You should see that they are of another. And again, I'm not saying you have to live your life like this at all. Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. I'm just saying it's wrong to go around pretending you don't see people from other ethnicities when you do. You should see them from another ethnicity, acknowledge that they're from another ethnicity, and treat them with the same etiquette that you would anyone else. Like, you shouldn't pretend you don't see a white person, pretend you don't see a black person, pretend you don't see an Asian person, pretend you don't see a person of Hispanic descent, and everything in between. You shouldn't just go around pretending that ethnicity and race doesn't exist, which is kind of what she was just saying. Like, that's a little misguided. But at the same time, I do also acknowledge that the impact of what she was trying to say is treat everyone equally, which is 100% what you should be doing. Treat everybody with respect.
Your life motto is work hard, play hard. You are an introvert. The most spontaneous thing you ever did was jump out of a plane. One thing you are working to improve about yourself is your morning routine.
My life motto is losers let it happen, winners make it happen. I am an introvert. The most spontaneous thing I've ever done is move to LA on a dime. So one thing that I want to improve upon myself is putting myself out there more. Your life motto is young, wild, and free. You're an introvert. I think the most spontaneous thing you've ever done was skydive. One thing you're working on to improve about yourself is putting yourself out there.
My life motto is live a life of no regrets. I am slightly more extroverted than introverted. The most spontaneous thing I ever did was move to LA all alone. One thing I'm working to improve upon myself is stress management. I just get stressed out about life, I guess. And I think it's one of those like internal things that I'll be laid back and just cool on the surface, but inside I'm like, whew.
Is it,
you know, making mental lists and
start to think about it too much maybe,
yeah.
and it just kind of turns into like this stress and anxiety?
Yeah, it kind of turns into this whole thing that it's not even an issue.
Yeah.
I think it's life and social anxiety and knowing I have to like, you know, talk to all these people and email so many people about so many different things, and it's like, how do I word this? Okay, I'll just do it in a minute. Okay, and it just kind of builds up, and it's not the best.
I understand. I can relate to that. You really jumped out of a plane?
No.
Oh, you thought I did.
Yeah, I thought you did.
But I thought you did.
Yeah,
So
we both
so,
flipped it. Where we both, yeah, that's
Yeah, we both
funny.
thought the same thing. No plane jumping, huh?
Nope, not yet.
So you are an extrovert then?
Technically, yes.
Technically?
Technically, yes.
Why? What's technical about it?
Because I'm an ambivert. I'm extroverted in social situations, but I also get very, very introverted a lot.
It's sometimes, introvert.
Oh my God, I can't take anymore. I can't remember which video it was, but there's another video before that I had made about talking about this whole extrovert introvert bullshit. I think it's all just garbage, honestly. I feel like I just feel like it's another thing to try to make people feel all special and live up to the label that they've given themselves or someone else has given them personally, honestly. Because it's like, it's just fucking dumb. It's just super dumb. It's like, oh, I like being by myself and not talking to people and doing all this shit. But, both of them were, at minimum, outgoing enough to go be on this fucking public blind date, basically TV show, an enormous audience. So it's effectively, an episode of a TV show at this point. And it's like, they're both extroverted enough to go do that. So it's like, who's to say you're not completely outgoing if it's in the right context, so it's just kind of like dumb. And then I feel like it's an opportunity for people to try to make themselves seem super, super special. It's like, it's garbage. Just saying, it's almost as bad as Zodiac.
Or you can just get comfortable being, alone, but then it's
Yeah.
like you got to push yourself to go do more. Quiet and introvert are pretty hand in hand. I'm an introvert and I'm quiet. I'm definitely not shy. So I kind of have that thing where it's like, just because I'm not saying anything doesn't mean I'm shy. Just because I don't have something to say, I'm not going to say anything. I think there's a big misconception about introverts. People don't really know you, and they look at you like, oh, he doesn't seem sociable, he's standoffish, oh, maybe he's really conceited, or this or that, but they just don't realize not everybody's a big talker.
I've dated extroverts, very, very extroverted extroverts, and I've dated very introverted introverts, and I feel like because I'm right in the middle, I need someone who's also somewhere in the middle, because there are slower moments that are very introverted and alone and be happy in that solitude, and then there are moments where you want to have fun and be with your friends and be out, and someone who's in the middle understands that better and is able to kind of be a chameleon in social situations.
You should not have secrets and privacy from your significant other. I'm going to say you do need frequent reassurance from your partner. You were raised with religion, and it is important that your partner shares the same views.
I believe you should not have secrets and privacy from your significant other. As much as I don't want to say this, I do, at the end of the day, need frequent reassurance from a partner. I was raised with the religion, but it is not important that they shared those specific views. You should not have secrets and privacy from your significant other. You do need frequent reassurance from your partner. You were not raised with a religion, and it is not important that your partner shares your religious views.
You should not have secrets and privacy from your significant other. I do not need frequent reassurance from my partner, and I was raised with religion, and it is important to me that the partner shares similar views.
May I ask what your religion is?
I was raised Catholic.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
You were too, huh?
Yeah.
Cool, and you're still Catholic?
Yeah. I mean, I like to say that I'm like a Catholic Buddhist, because I feel like in any religion, or I think in anything in life, a sign of intelligence is being able to think for yourself. And any religion or any philosophy that you follow has been passed down by humans, and humans are known to make errors, so I think that you can't really follow anything blindly. But I like the blend of a...
That was a very lucid thing that she just said that I can't say I was expecting. Not because I don't think she's bright, I do, but I was not expecting some shit like that. But no, yeah, man, like people do all types of shit just because they're told to do it. They're told to do it when they're young, and then they do it their whole lives, and then they never question it at all. And it's like, all right. Whatever, man. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
A religion with a philosophy.
No, I agree. You got to be open to new ideas. You can't be so closed-minded, and I don't like that when people are, especially people like to push things on people too, and it's like I don't buy that.
Exactly.
So you do need frequent reassurance. I was right, huh?
I feel like I'm kind of like in the middle, but I feel like I was more reassurance than not.
Yeah.
I would like to say that I don't need reassurance, but I think at the end of the day, it's like you question a lot about yourself and who you are. You're like,
Yeah, well, it's good. I mean, you're honest about it,
Painfully. Travis, when I first saw you, I decided that I would date you. And now that I've gotten to know you a little bit, I decided that I would still date you.
Cool. All right. All right, Sabrina, so when I first saw you, I decided that I would date you. And now that I've gotten to know you, I've decided I still would date you. Yeah. Well, it was funny, I was walking up, I didn't see you, but I was looking down, but I seen these red shoes, and I was like,
Uh-oh.
it's kind of, I don't know, it's just like, it's kind of like almost like this dream right now. It's you know what I mean? It's like unreal, it's weird.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It was a little bit weird at times. It's like, there's this uncomfortable, and you're not sure what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's like, you know what I mean? Put you on this edge of your seat for sure.
Feeling of, are you going to be accepted, and that fear.
It's scary, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, but I did it. So,
You did it.
and you did it.
It's all done, man. It's all done. That's the end. She's not sitting in his lap though. Like the one before this, that chick was damn near sitting in the dude's lap. That's all I'm saying, and I'm just saying, where did it get from them sitting in those two chairs to that type of physical intimacy? Just saying. But anyways, this one was kind of weird. In my opinion, they're all just kind of talking about stuff and like the whole broad sweeping stereotypes about their personalities and whether or not it's extroverted, introverted, and I just don't really subscribe to that bullshit at all. But anyways, that's it for this one. Until next week.